actually see her. No. Okay. Yeah. All right, Mr. Jamieson, we'll send someone down. Wayne. Yes, Mr. Jamieson, as soon as possible. Okay, bye-bye. Martin's Gifts and Crafts on George Street. One of the staff's been helping themselves to the stock.
Oh, it never fails, does it? There is a definite link between crime in this town and my coffee break. Nick!
Sorry, mate.
Well, don't look at me. I'm preparing for a careers class with the Year 11 kids, convincing them that it's a great life as a cop.
Don't forget to tell them about the coffee breaks.
Morning.
The boss wants to see you. He's got Hillary Edmonds from the livestock squad with him.
Who?
Hillary Edmonds. She said she knows you.
Oh, yeah, she knows me, all right. The last thing she said to me was she'd like to cut off my balls.
I'm good on it.
Oh, maybe I should take sick leave. PJ?
Watch it. I think she was carrying a rather large knife.
Today, PJ.
Patrick.
Hillary.
It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, same here. I heard you're working further north.
Oh, I'm filling in for Harry Dillon. He's on leave for a couple of weeks.
Right. So, what brings the stock squad to Mount Thomas?
Cattle duffing.
They picked up a load of stolen stock at an auction in Melbourne. Why don't you two sit down?
Fake bills of sale, the usual thing. It was a bit of a mixed bag, but most of it came from around here. A couple of calves with no identifying marks. We think they're on the way to Queensland to improve breeding stock. No questions asked.
You picked up the agents?
Yeah, but they're not saying anything about their suppliers.
Well, if there's any cattle duffing going on around here, it's London to a brick that Ray O'Neill and his boys are mixed up in it somewhere. Been at it for generations. It's sort of a family tradition with them, especially when times get tough.
Sounds like it might be worthwhile paying them a visit.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Oh, is that a problem?
Come back here.
Let go of me.
You're staying here till the police arrive.
You can't make me.
You're just making it worse for yourself.
You're hurting me.
Well, stop struggling then. Let her go, that's enough. She's been stealing from me. There's a whole lot of earrings in that bag, and I'm missing a couple of bracelets as well.
Anybody could have put them in there. Probably did it himself.
Oh, Angela.
Hurt my arm.
Well, it's your own fault. I told you not to struggle.
Yeah, all right. Calm down, the pair of you. We'll sort this out down the station.
I'll just lock up the shop. Come with me. Come on.
Hurt my arm.
Those are the 4 properties we know of that have had stock losses.
Yeah, they're all on the side of the highway and they all adjoin Crown land at the rear. So maybe they're not taking them out by road. Not initially, anyway.
We could drive them up into the foothills and then take them out one of those back roads there.
That's the O'Neills.
It's a bit obvious, isn't it?
Well, nobody's ever accused them of being subtle. Make life easier if we had a warrant.
Can't do it. All I've got at the moment are suspicions.
All right, then let me do the talking.
Why?
The O'Neills are not the most obliging people in the world, Hillary.
Gone are the days when I needed protection, PJ.
I didn't do anything. He's lying.
Oh, come on, Angela. We found the jewellery in your bag.
What's going on?
Oh, Martin Jamieson. I own the gifts and craft shop in George Street. Angela works for me.
I wish I'd never been near the place.
So do I. I wouldn't be losing stock the way I have. I saw her stealing some jewellery.
Nick, show Angela into the interview room. Mr. Jamieson, you can take a seat in my office.
He reckons she's got more on her.
What do you think?
Oh, the stuff was in a bag.
Hi, Maggie.
Thanks, Nick. Angela, I'm Constable Doyle.
What are you going to do?
I've got to search you.
But I haven't done anything.
Then you've got nothing to worry about, have you?
You can't make me.
Yes, I can. We'll start with the belt.
You get a kick out of this or what?
Let's just get this over and done with as quickly as possible. They were down the front of a shirt, just above the waist, one either side.
These are the ones you're missing?
Yes, that's them.
Angela, you're going to be charged with theft. As you're only 17, we're obliged to call your parents in.
You'll kill me. That'll kill me.
Thanks, Mr. Jamieson.
I don't enjoy this, you know. I mean, I wish it hadn't happened.
Well, you may as well have a seat, Angela. Could be a while before your parents get here.
Thanks.
today, Ray?
You boys smell anything? Like something dead?
Yeah, Dad, it's foul. This is Hillary Edmonds from the livestock squad.
We'd like to take a look around the property.
You got a warrant?
No.
Then bugger off.
We can always get one, Mr. O'Neill.
Then why don't you?
If we do, we have to come all the way back here. You wish we hadn't. Believe me.
You know, if there's one thing that really gets off my nose, it's a girl cop.
Mr. O'Neill, we'd like to take a look over the property.
You're trespassing. We got every right to kick both your asses out of here.
Not unless you want to end up in the locker.
Might be worth it, Hashem.
That's your call, Ray. Or you could save yourself a lot of grief and let us check the place over.
All right. We got nothing to hide.
You haven't lost your touch, Patrick Joseph?
No, I hate being called that. Been slaughtering a few cattle lately, Ray.
There's no law against that, as long as you aren't selling the meat. Had a couple go down in a bog. A couple more were crook. We had to knock them on the head. It happens.
You've cut off any identifying marks.
If you're planning on using a hide, you don't want any blemishes on it. Don't they teach you that in the stock squad?
You'd be surprised what they teach us, Mr. O'Neill.
You know, it might help if we knew what we were being accused of.
Nobody's accusing you of anything.
There's been some cattle duffing going on around here lately.
Cattle duffing? That sort of thing still go on in this day and age, does it?
What's the rumour?
Shouldn't listen to rumours, girlie. Get you in a lot of trouble.
Can I help you, sir?
Oh, yeah, can I see Sergeant Croydon?
Yeah, which may say is calling?
Adam Hunt. I own the Billary stud out on North Road.
G'day, Adam. Didn't know you were back in town.
Just arrived this morning. Look, one of my bulls is missing.
Well, stolen.
Looks like it. Well, I got to the property and it wasn't there. Pen's empty. Paul's out checking the boundaries now, but I don't hold out much hope.
We've had a spate of cattle duffing around here lately.
Tom, mate, we're not talking about somebody running off a few head for a barbie. That animal took best of breed 2 years running in the Royal Melbourne Show. It's worth 150 grand. More with stud fees.
Thanks for your cooperation, Ray.
You blokes drop around any time. I like to see how my tax dollars are being wasted.
Oh, what?
Look at that. 2 of them. You must have driven over something on your way in here.
Good on you, mate. Hey. Hey, PJ needs me at the O'Neill place, and I've got to take a spare tyre.
What you doing hooning around without a spare?
Oh, I've got a spare tyre, all right. Just needs another one.
What for?
Angela! Didn't do it, Mum.
Mr. Devenuto? Constable Patterson, if you'd like to come through the interview room.
Just a minute. Why is my daughter being brought here? That's what I want to know.
Well, let's discuss that in the interview room, hey? The jewellery was found down the front of your shirt, Angela. Are you going to deny taking it?
I wanted to get back at him.
Get back at him for what?
He's been hassling me.
What do you mean by hassling, Angela?
Well, it's quite obvious what she means, isn't it?
Mr. Devenuto, you can wait outside if you prefer, sir.
Go on, Angela.
He touched me in the stockroom.
Oh, God.
Sir, will you please calm down?
When did this happen?
Lots of times. He wouldn't leave me alone.
Then why didn't you do something about it?
Needed my job, didn't I? If I had have said anything, Dad would have made me quit.
You're quite right, I would.
I just wanted to get back at him. I don't know anything about the other stuff he says is missing. He made it up.
Give me 5 minutes alone with that bastard, and I'll get the truth out of him.
No, you won't. Now, if he has assaulted Angela, we'll take care of it, believe me.
You're saying you believe her? You can't see she's trying to wriggle out of it by accusing me of molesting her? I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's the sort of thing kids do all the time.
Sir, Angela has made some very serious allegations, and we have to investigate them.
My God, you do believe her.
We're just trying to get to the truth, Mr. Jamieson.
Well, the truth is I never touched her. Hell, if anything, she made advances to me.
How do you mean?
All right, maybe that's a bit strong. I wouldn't say advances. She's a flirt, all right? She flirted with me a lot.
And how'd you feel about that?
What do you mean, how did I feel about it? I'm a married man.
You didn't feel flattered? Girl that age?
No. Nothing happened.
Yeah, mate, if you had these things mounted, you could use them as earrings.
One more crack and you'll be wearing them, Nick. And they won't be in your ears. You came on too strong. You let them get under your skin, Hillary.
No more than you.
I didn't goad them into letting down our tyres.
That's my fault now, is it?
Whatever happened to the gentle touch?
I thought that's what drove you away. The clinging vine, the woman who wanted more of a commitment after 6 months.
I was wondering when we get around to this.
Around to what?
Having a go at me for breaking it off. I'm sorry.
No regrets, PJ. You did me a favour. I needed to spread my wings. I was too possessive. This is the new me, like it or not.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Adam Hunt's been in from the Billary stud. His prize bull's gone missing, stolen, he thinks. He's expecting you two out there.
Righto, boss.
Thanks for coming in, Mr. Jamieson. We'll let you know if we decide to take this any further.
Sounds to me like you've already made up your mind about that.
What did he have to say for himself?
He denied it. He said, if anything, Angela's been coming on to him.
Ah, so it's his word against hers. Well, they're never easy, those ones. He says, she says. They can turn very nasty. You two better get out on patrol. We'll talk about it later.
If the O'Neills have got anything to do with this bull, they must have changed their MO.
People do change.
Sometimes for the better.
That certainly doesn't look like a woman who wanted to castrate him.
Well, it must be his natural charm then.
Hey, Nick, why did they break up?
Hey, Roz, he's never mentioned it to me.
And if he had, you wouldn't say, right?
My lips are sealed.
Well, that's where it was.
When did you discover the bull was missing?
This morning when I arrived. I've got another property up in Wagga. That's where I live. Got a manager looks after this place for me. Anyway, when I got here, the bull was gone.
Unlikely they came in during the day. They would have been seen.
Taking a bit of a risk coming in at night, for that matter. Well, the driveway's in full view of the house.
No one saw or heard anything?
I've spoken to everyone, not a thing.
A bull like that'd be easy to identify. They wouldn't be able to get rid of it at the open sale.
But there'd always be a demand for it as breeding stock. Oh, here's my manager now. Any luck?
Nothing. Definitely looks like it's been stolen.
G'day, PJ.
Oh, you've already met.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Do you know Hillary Edmonds?
Good God!
Hello, Paul.
It's been years. Well, we used to event together. What are you doing here?
I'm with the stock squad nowadays.
Stock squad. Good for you.
You know what gets me? After putting her through all that, he turns her in for stealing a few bits of cheap jewellery.
That's assuming she's telling the truth.
And you don't believe her?
But when I was searching her, there was something that didn't ring true.
Thomas to 308.
Yes, VKC.
Disturbance at Martin's Gift and Crafts. Please attend.
Got it, VKC.
Hey, settle down. Not so quick. You put it around, are you? Don't such a big man now, are you? I never touched him. Just leave me alone. Bastard! Okay, come on, break it up. You deserved it. All right.
Take it easy. You all right?
I felt better.
Look, I can't force you to proceed with the charge, but I do want you to think about it. You're giving him a licence to come back and take a poke at you anytime he feels like it.
Look, he believes her, doesn't he? And she's his daughter. I've got a couple of kids myself. If I thought somebody was doing something like that to my daughter, I'd be out to get him too. Charging him isn't going to solve anything.
We'll be in touch.
Alright. Where are the kids?
I left them with Dot. I didn't want them coming down into this.
No, of course not.
You seen the doctor?
Yeah.
Have you spoken to Sergeant Croydon?
Yeah.
Martin, you're going to have to tell him the truth.
No way.
Please.
We agreed we just have to tough it out.
Okay.
So he goes back to the doctor and he says, I've tried it with my right hand, I've tried it with my left hand, I've even tried it with my mouth, and I still can't get the lid off.
What'll it be, Tom?
Half a dozen stubbies to go, thanks.
Early night, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
John P. Venuto was in here earlier, accusing Martin Jamieson of molesting his daughter.
Well, it's his word against hers.
It's hard to imagine Martin doing something like that, though. But I guess you never know.
Angela, did Venuto ever come in here?
To a pub? Are you kidding? Her father a killer. He's very strict from what I hear.
She struck you as the sort of girl who might be easily offended if a man made a pass at her?
There's a big difference between a pass and being molested, Tom. I'm sure she's worldly enough to know the difference.
She got a boyfriend?
I might seem to be the fount of knowledge in this town, but there's a few people who've managed to hide their private lives from me.
Just as well. Do I say have a job, otherwise I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Keep yourselves nice, you boss.
No, see ya.
99.
So, Hillary, where'd you know PJ from?
Oh, we were friends about 2 years ago?
Three years ago.
3 years ago.
So why the stock squad?
What can I say? I'm all country. But with 3 brothers, the only way I was going to stay on the land was to be a housekeeper to one of them, get married, or join the stock squad. It's no contest, really.
Marriage doesn't rate on your agenda.
How many of the guys are you?
Chicken chasers on tonight if you're interested. Oh, sounds pretty good to me. I don't feel like cooking tonight, okay?
Yeah, me neither.
What do you think? Want to give it a try, Hillary?
Oh, it's a nice thought, Ros, but I've already got some arrangements for tonight.
Right. Ready to go?
Hi, yeah, sure am. Be warned, I'm hungry.
I like it one with an appetite.
I bet you do. Thank you. See you in the morning.
See ya.
Oh, he is nice.
He's got an appetite.
Has she yet?
Paul McLaughlin is an old family friend. I've known him since I was a kid.
He could also be a suspect in a criminal investigation, Hillary.
I thought we were working on the assumption the O'Neills were our prime suspects.
It's a big jump from knocking off a few cattle to stealing a prize bull. It isn't their style.
Well, maybe they're moving up in the world.
All right. I haven't discounted them. I haven't discounted anyone. The point I'm trying to make is, until we're in a position where we can, you are compromising yourself by socialising with him.
I'm not stupid, PJ.
I know that.
It wasn't exactly social.
So what'd you find out?
Nothing much.
Thank you.
Paul seems generally upset that the bull's gone. Paul McLaughlin's been a winner all his life. He and Adam were at the same boarding school together. Paul was a prefect, sporting hero, had it all going for him. Wheels fell off a bit when he came out in the real world, then Adam came along and offered him a job. I think Paul sees this bull thing as some sort of personal failure.
You believe him?
I understand personal failure when I see it.
Ros just got a call about your missing cattle.
Jardine's Gully, that's all they said.
If you want to knock the cattle duffing on the head, take a look up Jardine's Gully.
Didn't recognise the voice?
It was a bit muffled, sorry. I think he was trying to disguise it.
Oh, here we go. Makes sense. It's Crown land, it's in the right area. Petersons, Youngs.
Yeah, Hunts.
That's the O'Neills.
Yeah, and some people have a pretty warped sense of humour, too.
Meaning the O'Neills.
Oh, it's a long way to go if it's a wild goose chase.
I'm willing if you are.
You right?
I don't think we have any choice. Check it out.
Try not to get more flat tires, will you?
Hey, Sergeant.
How's it going?
Oh, reasonably predictable. There's nothing much happening in the shop this morning. A couple of parents rang last night and pulled their kids out of Liam's birthday party on Saturday. Somewhere else they'd forgotten they had to be, you know?
It's a bit rough.
What's the old saying? The sins of the fathers are visited on the children?
Sounds familiar. Look, I need to know at this stage whether you've had any second thoughts about the charges against Angela.
Because if I don't persist with mine, she might just withdraw hers, right?
I can't speak for her, but I need to be sure you know what your options are.
You know, I felt quite sorry for her yesterday, I really did. I really hated having to do that. Well, I don't feel sorry for her now. Yes, I do want to go ahead with it.
We were in the storeroom. He made me get up onto a box to get some magazines down so we could return them. He put his hand up inside my leg.
How long have you worked for Mr. Jamison, Louise?
Oh, a couple of years, part-time, you know, just Thursday nights and Saturday morning.
Would you say you knew Angela well?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
And in the time you've worked there, have Angela and Mr. Jamison ever been in the storeroom alone together?
Yeah, lots of times.
She's actually a really bright girl. She was a lot of use to me, helping with cataloguing stock and things like that. Very eager. I actually thought I might be doing her a favour, helping her learn the other side of retailing.
I asked him to stop.
And then what happened?
He said, "You're a real disappointment to me, Angela. I thought you wanted to get somewhere in the business."
This has got to be it. You can't take cattle much further.
Hillary, I was just starting to get comfortable.
You spend too much time in the office.
It's nothing like getting out in the open air. Yes, it's all around you. It's all over you.
Depends what you're used to, I guess.
Yeah. Look, I haven't had this much fun since I fell off my motorbike and busted my ankle.
In 3 places, I know. Well, well.
The bull.
Isn't he a beauty?
Yeah, if you like that sort of thing.
Louise, did Angela ever talk about what went on in the storeroom?
No. She was really upset one time, though.
When was this?
Thursday night about 3 weeks ago. She was really upset about something. And she wouldn't talk about it, though.
I knew she had a crush on me, so I thought I'd nip it in the bud before it went too far.
Well, why go into the storeroom to talk to her? Why not choose a more public place?
I didn't want to embarrass her. And that Louise is a nice enough kid, but the ears flap, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
I tried to let her down gently, but she still came on to me, I swear.
It's not true. He's old enough to be my father.
But you liked him as a boss.
I guess. At first, he made a pass at me. I didn't know what to do.
Angela, if he'd already started coming on to you, why did you go into the storeroom with him?
I didn't want to lose my job. He did it again. He said he wanted to go all the way. He said I was a tease and he knew what I really wanted.
Did Angela ever give you the impression that she was keen on Mr. Jamison?
An old bloke like that? Well, never.
Judging by the amount of hoof marks, I think they've been moving cattle in and out of here on a pretty regular basis. Haven't left any feed, so I don't think they're going to leave an animal as valuable as that to starve. I think we can expect a visit in the next 24 hours.
What? Hang around all night?
I don't see any way around it.
Well, why not? Sleeping under the stars. Toasting marshmallows around the old campfire.
Did you bring any marshmallows?
Damn, you've spotted the flaw in my plan.
Oh, well. No, I wouldn't light a campfire anyway. Don't want to advertise we're up here. I've got everything we'll need in the four-wheel drive. Oh, I've only got one sleeping bag.
Huh. Is it, a big one?
I think he should be charged.
Well, there's not enough here. It's still his word against hers.
Louise saw them coming out of the storeroom. She was very upset.
He's explained that.
And you believe him?
It's not a question of what I believe. You know that as well as I do.
I shouldn't be allowed to get away with this.
You're going to need more than that.
I'll get it.
Be sure, Wayne, that's all. Bloody sure.
I am.
you've been around, mate. You've had women throwing themselves at your hooves. Must have figured them out by now. See, if she dumped me the way that I dumped her, I would have wanted my balls for breakfast too. But I didn't want to hurt her. It was just... Well, it's just easier to pack up and leave. I mean, who wants a screaming match? You can see what I saw in her, though, can't you? The fact is, she's more her own woman now. Keep your eyes open, mate. Wish me luck. Comfy?
Mm-hmm. You?
Hey, you know, you shouldn't do that when we're alone. You never know what you're thinking.
Purely intentional.
Morning, Nick.
How are you?
Any news from the wilderness?
No, they're still off the air.
I wonder how long it took PJ to put the hard word on Hillary.
I'll give him a break. Could have been the other way around.
Once. Just once I'd like to see PJ fall on his face with a woman. I mean, what's the big attraction?
Yeah, I don't know. Then again, I guess when you're with the best, it's hard to find any other man attractive, eh?
Oh, dear.
Hey, Dad.
What the bloody hell?
Done any ties down lately, Mick?
It's a flaming setup.
Come on, Ray. Those cows just happen to be going your way and you thought you'd tag along, right?
Look, I'll cop it sweep for that lot. But you're not pinning that bull on us. I don't know how it got there, but it's got nothing to do with us.
Tell it to the judge.
I sure will. I never saw that bull before in my life.
Hi, can I help you? I'm Claire Jamison. I'd like to see Sergeant Croydon. I want to make a statement.
Certainly. I'll just see if he's free.
You're the one who's prosecuting Martin, aren't you?
No one's being prosecuted at the moment, Mrs. Jamison. No charges have been laid yet.
Well, persecuted, prosecuted, whatever the word is, you're the one running it, aren't you?
Yes.
Right. Well, I want you in there too.
You can come through, Mrs. Jamison.
We won't charge your husband unless we're convinced there has been an offence, but it's looking very serious.
This whole thing is just so unfair. Martin Jamison did not touch that girl. He just wouldn't do that. He's the nicest man I've ever known.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Jamison, but that's not evidence.
He doesn't want me to say anything. But I can't sit by and let this happen.
I understood you wanted to make a statement, Mrs. Jamison.
I'm sorry. This isn't the easiest thing in the world to have to tell someone. Martin and I haven't had a sexual relationship in over 5 years. We're staying together because of the children and because he's my best friend and I like to think I'm his.
If you and your husband haven't had sex for 5 years, surely he'd be more likely to try and find sex elsewhere.
No, the reason we've been celibate, I suppose, is because Martin told me 5 years ago that he realised he was a homosexual. I did think of leaving, believe me, but after loving a man as a husband years before that and as the father of your children, it's enough knowing I'll lose him when the children are old enough to understand.
Oh, I'll arrange for the Devenutos to come in with you.
Yeah, sure, boss.
Boss, can I have a word with you in my office, please?
Yeah.
Nick, keep an eye on the O'Neills, will you?
Oh, I'd love to, mate. Got a couple of nails I can give to them.
Everyone knows the O'Neills have been into cattle duffing from way back. We get an anonymous call, out we go. There's the bull, and lo and behold, the O'Neills turn up.
With 3 stolen cows.
Yeah, each worth what, 100, 150 bucks?
Oh, maybe a bit more.
I mean, they're sitting on nest egg for 150 grand. They go out and risk it for 500.
What are you saying?
We don't think the O'Neills are responsible for stealing the bull.
An animal like that's too easy to trace. It isn't their style.
Agreed. So, where do we go from here?
Hillary's the one with the theory.
The bull's on its way to the ABU at Werribee. If what I suspect is true, we'll know sometime this afternoon.
The Devenutos are here.
Oh, you want me in there with you?
Nah, I started this ball rolling. I should probably finish it. She wouldn't lie about something like that, would she, Mrs. Jamieson?
She might.
I mean, can you imagine living like that? It must be bloody rough.
Can't imagine it's very easy on either of them.
What about the kids?
I think they're trying to protect them for as long as possible. So, Wayne, I wouldn't use that information unless you're absolutely certain there's no other way of getting at the truth.
Don't worry.
How many more times are you going to put her through this?
Probably until she starts telling the truth.
I am telling the truth.
Come on, you're not on that pervert side now, are you?
So how about it, Angela?
I'm telling the truth.
Nah.
Yes.
I don't have to put up with this. I want to speak to Sergeant Croydon.
Sit down, Mr. Devenuto. Angela, you're already being charged with stealing the jewellery. Would you like to add making a false report to police? That's what happens when you start a police investigation, by making a false claim.
But he touched me, I told you.
Wasn't it the other way around? Weren't you infatuated with Mr. Jamieson, and when he knocked you back, you decided to get even by stealing from him?
No, it was him. He couldn't keep away from me. And then he said he'd leave his wife for me and everything. He said he wanted to go away with me. He said he loved me. It's the truth, Dad.
This has gone far enough.
All right, Mr. Devenuto. Angela, Martin Jamieson is homosexual.
For God's sake, the man's married. He's got a wife and kids.
Mrs. Jamieson has already signed a statement to that effect.
They're making it up. They're just trying to get out of it.
Well, she's prepared to go to court and swear to it. I know who I'd believe.
Louise saw us. She told you. I'm sorry.
I just couldn't let her do that to you, Martin. I'm sorry.
You did what you thought was right. It was bound to come out sooner or later.
Might have helped if you'd told us the truth a bit earlier, Martin.
I didn't think it'd get this far. I've got this stupid idea that if you're in the right, sooner or later the truth will out.
Doesn't always work that way, unfortunately.
I'm sorry we had to use the information that your wife gave us, Mr. Jamieson.
Like I said, it was going to get out sooner or later. We're just going to have to start making some changes, aren't we?
I wish I had listened to your gut feeling about Angela.
Well, unfortunately, gut feelings don't stand up in court.
Hey, still.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Wayne. She was very convincing.
Okay.
You little ripper. Gotcha.
Now, that's what I call a close working relationship.
It's amazing what a night under the stars will do.
You think? No. Well, PJ and Hillary? No.
Put them away, will you, girls? Your claws are showing.
Oh, meow.
Ah, meow yourself. So, mate. They're on their way. How do you want to play it?
Oh, I'm happy for you to take the lead.
Careful. You could really convert me to the country way of life.
I thought I did last night.
It could be a long, slow process. Someone like me doesn't change overnight.
Tell me about it.
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, that's all right. We've only got a property to run.
Yeah, look, what's going on? Well, you found the bull. You caught the men who took it.
We found the bull, yes. We're not so sure we caught the men who took it, though.
Well, the way I heard it, you caught him red-handed.
How much would you say your average stud fee for your bull would be, Mr. Hunt?
Depends on the size of the herd. Average is around $5,000, I suppose.
No, your bull was insured, wasn't it?
Of course.
150 grand?
Yes.
Well, the bull's only worth that much because of its siring potential, right?
It's one of the best stud bulls in Victoria.
Not anymore, is it, Paul?
Look, I'm just the manager.
A manager who runs the property like it was his own. You didn't like the bull being stolen from under your nose, did you? You saw it as a personal failure.
Look, I don't hold Paul responsible.
You can't, Mr. Hunt, because you stole your own bull.
Oh, now, just a minute.
We had the bull tested at the artificial breeding unit. Your bull's infertile. It's worthless. It's only as valuable as its insurance.
Ridiculous. That bull's sired some of the best stock in the country.
Not in the last 4 months, it hasn't. You haven't received any stud fees lately because none of the cows presented to your bull became pregnant.
I had no idea. I leave the running of the place to Paul.
Who somehow found out where you'd hidden the bull and decided to give us a call. Anonymously.
Mate, do me a favour, will you? I've worked your place for years. I've made it what it is. You fly in once a month. It's been me who's built it up.
Paul,
You've been trying to buy me ever since we were in school. Well, it doesn't work like that. You lied to me about the bull, Adam. I had a right to know. You should have trusted me. Mate, I was never your mate, you patronising bastard.
No bull, no way to prove it wasn't producing anymore.
So you claim on the insurance, then what? Once the hoo-ha's died down, ship it off to your property in Wagga.
Should have let Paul in on it in the first place, instead of going over his head.
Oh, yes. Make him an accessory.
I knew he didn't think much of me. Guess I just didn't want him thinking any less of me. Where do I sign?
Hello.
Mr. Jamison.
The jewellery.
Thanks.
We photographed it for court, but I got to get you to sign and receipt. I forgot to give it to you yesterday.
Just closed up for the afternoon. It's dead anyway. Claire and I can use the time to talk things over.
Yeah, listen, I know this is none of my business, but now that the charges have been dropped, the rest of this matter needn't go any further. We can have a chat to the Davenutos about it.
You really think Angela can be trusted to keep her mouth shut?
No, I guess not.
It's the kids, you see. We're not hypocrites. We intend telling them the truth one day when they're old enough to handle it. Unfortunately, that isn't yet. In the meantime, I don't want them hearing it from one of their friends. So I've just arranged for putting the shop up for sale.
Are you leaving?
Yeah, it was a nice town. It's a good place to bring up the kids. These things happen.
I've almost finished. I'll be out of your way in a second.
It's okay. No hurry. That was a really impressive piece of work you did today.
I think we did all right.
One question.
Shoot.
How did you figure Paul McLaughlin rang us and told us about the bull?
It just seemed the sort of thing that Paul would do to get even. He always thought he was running the property, and probably he was. He couldn't stand the thought of Adam Hunt doing something without his permission.
You know Paul pretty well, huh?
More to do with the lengths that some people will go to get even.
So when can we see each other again?
I was thinking tonight. I don't have to take off till tomorrow, so I thought we could...
Yeah, we could.
Well, why don't you pick me up at the Imperial about 7? And we can go somewhere a little less public.
Less public? Sounds interesting.
I don't know, I just feel like I've stuffed up his whole life.
And the only person that stuffed up his life's Angela.
A woman scorned, do you reckon?
Maybe I should have held off a bit. Maybe I should have waited a bit longer before I told her about Jamison.
No, I think your timing is right.
If you ask me, it's Jamison's fault too. I mean, there just shouldn't be such a big deal about being gay anymore. Everyone's coming out of the closet. Some circles it's even in.
Not in Mount Thomas, not in Tasmania, and not when you got young kids.
Yeah, well, he should give his kids the benefit of the doubt and tell them now. Lying will only make it worse. Kids will accept anything as long as they know their parents love them.
Now look, it's going to be a hot time in town tonight.
Depends on your clothes. How much
That'll be worth every penny, Nico.
This was the same woman who was going to turn you into a soprano.
Rose, when you've got it, you've got it.
I've got a message for you from Hillary. She checked out an hour ago and she said to tell you, I mean, I couldn't make any sense of this, but she said you'd understand. She said, conduct unbecoming is a two-way street. Checkmate.
Right.
Well, you didn't actually see her. No. Okay. Yeah. All right, Mr. Jamison, we'll send someone down. Wayne. Yes, Mr. Jamison, as soon as possible. Okay, bye-bye. Martin's Gifts and Crafts on George Street. One of the staff's been helping themselves to the stock.
Oh, it never fails, does it? There is a definite link between crime in this town and my coffee break. Nick.
Sorry, mate.
Well, don't look at me. I'm preparing for a careers class with the Year 11 kids, convincing them that it's a great life as a cop.
Don't forget to tell them about the coffee breaks.
Morning.
The boss wants to see you. He's got Hillary Edmonds from the livestock squad with him. Who? Hillary Edmonds. She said she knows you.
Oh, yeah, she knows me, all right. The last thing she said to me was she'd like to cut off my balls.
I'm good on it.
Oh, maybe I should take sick leave. PJ?
Watch it. I think she was carrying a rather large knife.
Today, PJ.
Patrick.
Hillary.
It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, same here. I heard you were working further north.
Oh, I'm filling in for Harry Dillon. He's on leave for a couple of weeks.
Right. So, what brings the stock squad to Mount Thomas?
Cattle duffing.
They picked up a load of stolen stock at an auction in Melbourne. Why don't you two sit down?
Fake bills of sale, the usual thing. It was a bit of a mixed bag, but most of it came from around here. A couple of calves with no identifying marks. We think they're on the way to Queensland to improve breeding stock. No questions asked.
You picked up the agents?
Yeah, but they're not saying anything about their suppliers.
Well, if there's any cattle duffing going on around here, it's London to a brick that Ray O'Neill and his boys are mixed up in it somewhere. Been at it for generations. It's sort of a family tradition with them, especially when times get tough.
Sounds like it might be worthwhile paying them a visit.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Oh, is that a problem?
Come back here.
Let go of me.
You're staying here till the police arrive.
You can't make me.
You're just making it worse for yourself.
You're hurting me.
Well, stop struggling then. Let her go, that's enough. She's been stealing from me. There's a whole lot of earrings in that bag, and I'm missing a couple of bracelets as well.
Anybody could have put them in there. Probably did it himself.
Oh, Angela.
Hurt my arm.
Well, it's your own fault. I told you not to struggle like
Yeah,
that.
all right. Calm down, the pair of you. We'll sort this out down the station.
I'll just lock up the shop.
Come with me. Come on.
Hurt my arm.
Those are the 4 properties we know of that have had stock losses.
And they're all on the side of the highway and they all adjoin Crown land at the rear. So maybe they're not taking them out by road. Not initially, anyway.
We could drive them up into the foothills and then take them out one of those back roads there.
That's the O'Neills.
It's a bit obvious, isn't it?
Well, nobody's ever accused them of being subtle. Make life easier if we had a warrant.
Can't do it. All I've got at the moment are suspicions.
All right, then let me do the talking.
Why?
The O'Neills are not the most obliging people in the world, Hillary.
Gone are the days when I needed protection, PJ.
Didn't do anything. He's lying.
Oh, come on, Angela. We found the jewellery in your bag.
What's going on?
Oh, Martin Jamison. I own the gifts and craft shop in George Street. Angela works for me.
I wish I'd never been near the place.
So do I. I wouldn't be losing stock the way I have. I saw her stealing some jewellery.
Nick, show Angela into the interview room. Mr. Jamison, you can take a seat in my office.
He reckons she's got more on her.
What do you think?
Oh, the stuff was in a bag.
Hi, Maggie.
Thanks, Nick.